What's good, Destined Ones? I finally did it. I've broken the game for the last time. This is a legit one-shot build for Black Myth Wukong. I'm going to show you everything that I have that put this build together. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'll ramble at the end of the video. But first, let me show you what it does. I'll take a sip. I'll pop the LA. I'll pop the ginseng pellet. I'll go in, and then I just smack. Oh no. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave Yen alone. That's enough. And this mask is killing me, so I'm gonna take it off. All right, that's much better. So let's talk. This right here is a legit, no broken, no shenanigans, nothing wild, one-shot build. The items. I have my new favorite staff, which is the Bishui Staff. It's absolutely amazing. It's giving me 10% crit hit chance and 105 in damage. It's only 3 lower than the OG Golden Long Staff, which was my original favorite staff in the game. The fan, I use this when I actually legitimately fight bosses to knock them down, put them in a position where I can either immobilize them and take them out, or if I'm in Spellbinder mode, then I just push them to a corner, load up, and then slap them. That's it. This build is going to hit for about 7,900 to up to 13,000 as of right now of this recording. I could push this build further if I wanted to, but this is good enough for me. If I'm able to put out anywhere between 7,000 to 9,000 damage, I feel like I did good math and the build is great. Next up, we have the red-haired Yaksha. This is absolutely broken because it considerably increases heavy attack damage. You can get this in chapter 3. We have the full Sun Wukong armor, but I mixed it in with the Snout mask, just for, a little bit of fun. The Snout mask has an amazing ability on it, however, that you moderately increase your attack if you use your gourd. But you also have that caveat where if you don't use your gourd, it will moderately reduce your attack. So you really have to be drinking a lot. My Curios are as follows. I have the infamous, the most amazing Curio in the game, the gold button. You're going to get this in chapter 5. Let me know down below, have you found this Curios yet? And then I have 2 Beast Buddhas. Technically, for my crit build, I use all 3, but for this one, I only needed 2. This Curios right here, though, is the reason why this build is so broken. When at full health, you significantly increase attack, and you have to be at full health at the beginning of the fight, right? As well as when you use your gourd, 9 times out of 10, you're going to push yourself back to full health anyway. So if you do that before your next attack, there you go. You're getting a whole bunch of DPS. For my gourd, it's my favorite gourd in the game, the Immortal Blessing Gourd. And I have the Long Bomb for the drink. Both of these are pushing my attack further even more. If I wanted to be special and use a little bit of Cloud Step, I have the Breath of Fire there to raise my attack when I do an Unveiling Strike, but I usually just do Spellbinder. And for my medicines, I have Lap, which is the Long Aura Amplification Pellets, the go-to. I taught you guys how to make this a long time ago. If you haven't already seen that video, I'll go ahead and leave a link for it. But this is just a key item for every build to make all of your builds that much more powerful. And my new best friend is this right here, the Enhanced Ginseng Pellets. This is going to get you to 4 stacks of focus in an instant. It's godsend. You gotta have it. So that is everything you need to pull this build together. Let's take a look at the Relic. It has Keen Insight, Whistling Wind, Lingering Aroma, Refreshing Taste, and Nimble Body. This is kind of just trolling. I don't really need the stamina because 9 times out of 10, if you one-shot something, you didn't use it. Now the key to this build, if I'm fighting straight up in Spellbinder, then I want to get a couple of things in stamina. For example, Vigilant Heart, because when I perfect dodge, I want to be able to gain focus, especially if I don't want to use my pills. And then I also want a little bit of damage reduction, so I grab this right here. In the staff stances, however, I make sure I have Exhilaration so that I can guarantee that just before my next attack, I get a bunch of health back so I can get to full health and slap for a lot of damage. I come down here for Quick Hand so that I can get quick charging speeds. And you must have this. The secondary damage, heavy attacks that cost a focus point deal additional damage to enemies based on their remaining health. So this is probably one of the reasons your build isn't hitting as hard as mine. You gotta have this, and you have to have 2 or at least, 4 spark points in this in order to max it out. I don't know whether it's 2 or 4, I can't remember, but you're gonna have to have this passive maxed out. Last but not least, I get Smashing Force just in case I can't get to 4 stacks of focus. And that's the whole build in a nutshell. You don't really need anything else. Now, if you're using Spellbinder, a passive that you must have is this right here, which is Smart Move. You're going to change your mana and convert it into attack. So it's really important to have a whole bunch of mana so that when you convert it, you have a whole bunch of attack. And that's basically how the entire build works. As long as you have a bunch of mana, you switch that into attack when you go into Spellbinder, your DPS is going to be absolutely amazing. If I'm not going into Spellbinder, then I use everything in the Immobilized tree. I have everything in the Cloud Step tree because I like to do Unveiling Strike so I can get that super big damage when I slap with a heavy attack. Strand, I do this for trolling. If I don't feel like fighting it, I just throw these out there. They do the work for me. And transformations, if you really want to push this that much further into the realm of broken, go get your old guy, Umbral Abyss from chapter 3. This right here, upon defeating an enemy, it slightly increases attack for a long duration. This can stack up to 20 times. It's self-explanatory that that's just broken. You only need 4 sparks to get this maxed, and then you're raising your attack stat passively. That's kind of crazy. Other than that, that's this entire build, and it's a hell of a lot of fun to be able to go into a fight and just slap them up. Now, you don't even have to use a charged attack. You can just fight naturally and you're putting out amazing DPS on any enemy. And just to note, I am currently sitting at level 136. This is my first playthrough on this character. This is not New Game Plus. I've only done it one time, and these are the stats that I'm rocking. My health is at 845, mana is at 460, stamina is at 460. My health, mana, and stamina have all been specially boosted by the Shikanda in this game. If you don't know what a Shikanda is, there is 5 Eyes of Buddha in the game hidden. 2 of them are hidden behind bosses. The other 3 are out in the open world. You will find them in each chapter, leading all the way to chapter 6. I'm going to have a full guide on exactly where to find these different Buddha eyes, but when you find them, you're going to take the 4 that you receive throughout the game to chapter 6, give it to the secret boss, and then you're going to have the final one given to you after you defeat it. Once you have all 5 of the Buddha eyes, you take those back to Zoodog, and Zoodog will give you a special medicine. From the way it looks, it's only a one-time thing, but that boosted my health, mana, and stamina a little bit further. Kind of awesome. I was really excited. It wasn't an amazing boost, but it was a boost nonetheless. And that's my whole stats. That crit hit damage right there for 207 is kind of crazy. And that crit hit chance is 35. A lot of times I don't crit when I'm trying to hit my big smack attack. I don't know why, but I just can't get it. However, that crit damage is so amazing that it doesn't really matter. That's everything you need to know about this build. I have a full guide on where to get the special items for this build already posted here on the channel, so you can check out all of those locations on your own without me wasting any more of your time. If you're heading out, then I just want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. go ahead and smash that like button on your way out, and sub if you don't want to miss out on more of my Black Myth Wukong content. All right, we'll fight my man Yin here while I talk to you about this build. So the most insane thing about this build is that the base hits without any boost or medicine is absolutely insane. I'll show you throughout this fight, but we really do some incredible damage. And it's just a lot of fun to actually use. You're going to crit a lot. You're going to be able to do some very amazing skills and spells if you go ahead and add them into the build, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, the reason why there's no way this build can be nerfed or changed in any way is because all of these things are working as intended. There's no like special cheat or glitch or exploit being done here. It's just me actually using all of the items in the game the way they're supposed to be used. So that's what makes me so proud of this build, because I'm not breaking the game. I'm just playing it and having fun. And while I'm having fun, I'm able to do some practically amazing things. Now, with me doing amazing things, I slap for incredible damage. And that's just how it works. You also gotta know the fight. So as you can see here, I'm no slouch, and I definitely know how this guy works. So hold on, we dodge those. We'll dodge that too. And I definitely suggest, I do suggest that before you go out and fight a lot of these bosses, you do know the fights and enjoy them. There's a lot of fun to have in trying to figure out these bosses. Some bosses are more fun than others. That is definitely a fact, because oh my god, they're just annoying. But other bosses can be a lot of fun as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and get to the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me and sub so that you don't miss out on all the Black Myth Wukong content I'm bringing in the future. This is your boy MM since HD. For now though, I'm out of here.